Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast. I'm David Blackman.
And I'm Tim Strifler.
Today, in episode 807, we're going to talk about the best free SEO tools for beginners. Now, a lot of these have more what I would call a freemium model. They do have free aspects to them that are going to allow you to do the basics, to get information on your site so that you can optimize it, better for search engines, algorithms, and stuff. But they can take you even further should you choose to use them on the premium side. So there's a few that are totally free, such as Google Search Console, but some of the other ones, there may be, a cost associated with them. But the free versions actually do quite a bit and might, give you everything you need to begin with. So, Tim, you want to start off with Ubersuggests?
Yeah, so the first one is Ubersuggest. Now, as David mentioned, they have a freemium model, so they give you a decent amount of tools and data and stuff in the free version, and then you can upgrade to the premium version if you need it. Now, Ubersuggest is owned by Neil Patel, and however, he acquired it, so didn't originally found it. It was a popular free plugin, and then he bought it and updated it, added a bunch of features, added a premium version and stuff like that. So it is really good for keyword research and stuff like in features like that. It doesn't have everything like Ahrefs does, which is a purely premium SEO tool, but it does have a lot of information, a lot of features in the free version. So it's definitely a great starter tool if you are just getting into using SEO tools for your business. And then you can decide if you want to upgrade to the premium version or upgrade to Ahrefs, for example, which is what David and I use and love. But yeah, Ubersuggest is great.
Awesome. Next on our list is Google Search Console, and this one is completely free. And it's an insanely powerful tool. This thing not only will help you to get your website found, but it will tell you when something's wrong with your website, what you need to fix. And what I really like about Google Search Console is there is a ton of training videos that come along with it. It hooks up with your site's analytics. It lets you dial in to, really, um, granular is the word I'm trying to say. I can't speak English today,
Yeah.
but dig down into what your users are most interested in on your website so that you can then produce more content around that. Once you know what people are doing, why they're coming to your site, why they're consuming your content, you're going to want to give them more of that type of content. And Google Search Console is phenomenal for doing that. It does a ton of stuff. It even allows you to get a brand new site on Google. It allows you to fix issues that you're having, whether it's image tags or whatever it is, 404 errors and stuff. Google Search Console is really great for that. And it's a great beginner tool.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one on our list is Answer the Public. It's a free, I guess, more of a keyword research type of tool. It's now owned also by Neil Patel or Ubersuggest. They recently acquired it, but it is based off of Google's own autocomplete question. So if you start typing like, what is WordPress, or something like that, it'll start auto suggesting
Populating. Yeah.
all of these different questions. And so Answer the Public is based off of Google's own algorithm. And so the way it works is you go to answerthepublic.com and you type in a keyword, type in WordPress, web design, whatever you want to type in. And then it's going to show you a bunch of questions of what real people are actually asking on Google. So then it helps you figure out what is it that people want to know about this topic, right? And then you can create content around that. And so it's not necessarily anything that you can't find in the other SEO tools, but just the way they display it is really practical and it's free, which is awesome. And so you can find some really valuable information that way. So yeah, check it out. It's definitely interesting, if nothing else, just the way that they show the data, and they kind of break down the questions by what, where, will, which. So the types of questions people are asking. It's very, very unique, and yeah, it's well built for sure.
Next on our list is TubeBuddy, and you may have heard this if you're in the YouTube world, the second largest search engine in the world. This is more for video content and optimizing your video content for SEO purposes. So tags, titling, thumbnails, descriptions, all of these things are hugely important when trying to get your video content discovered in the search engines. And TubeBuddy is going to allow you to dial that in. Gives you a tremendous amount of data, how difficult this search phrase may be, depending on what the topic of your video is. So you may not want to go after a highly competitive search term with video content, because the odds of you taking over those bigger behemoth YouTube channels is going to be slimmer than none. And this just lets you dive in and pick in what you want to go into, and then help you dial in, you know, the best way that you can for SEO purposes. You have no idea how big thumbnails are, for example, on a video. They're huge. So TubeBuddy allows you to do that. They've got great free options, but they also have premium options that you can even go to the next level, where they will auto populate all of your tags for you, and recommend titles, and do all kinds of stuff based on keyword research and stuff like that. So TubeBuddy's a great option. Check it out.
Yeah. The next free SEO tool on our list is Google Trends. Now, Google Trends is really, I guess it could technically be used as an SEO tool, but it's more for seeing high level trends of what people are searching. And so it doesn't show you the actual raw number, right? Like if you type in WordPress, it's not going to tell you how many people are searching for WordPress, but what it will do is it'll break it down by regions. Okay, well, relatively speaking, how many of these users that are searching for WordPress are coming from the US versus other countries, versus what states are they searching from? And so it doesn't show you the raw numbers of, okay, well, in the state of Wyoming, there's 300 monthly searches for WordPress. And then the state of
Right.
North Dakota, there's this many. It doesn't do that. But what it does is it gives you a relative scale. And then what you can do is you can compare it versus other search terms. So just for fun, I typed in Divi, and then I compared it to Elementor, and you can see on average what is getting more searches in the search engine. And so again, it doesn't tell you the exact numbers. It's on a relative scale, but it shows you what's getting more, and over time you can see the trends up and down, and you can see the different areas that people are searching from. And so it's really powerful. It's more of a kind of a big picture SEO type of tool, where you want to see from like a large scale, like what is more popular. It's not going to give you granular detail like some of the other SEO tools that we mentioned, but it can be a good starting point if you're trying to see, okay, well, what are people searching for more, this or this? Okay, well, if it's this, then you can ignore this whole other category for the time being and just focus on the one that is getting more search traffic. So, yeah, it's a handy tool. It's not a whole lot you can do with it, but it is useful for, again, those big picture types of information that you're looking for.
Awesome. Well, tomorrow we've got another great topic that ties into episode 806. We're going to talk about 5 ways to add automation into your web design business. Tim, until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.